I saw this post on Insta which I wanted to share with you guys from our friends over at SofaScore. Harry Kane at Bayern Munich, 57 goals in 55 games. Robert Lewandowski at 73 and 107. The numbers are insane, Thierry.
They are insane. They're still doing what they're supposed to do at their age. We thought that Lewandowski was maybe on a decline last year, but this year is banging goals again.
Lewandowski, he is a man who's got goals and won something, and with his goals last time out, he's now put himself, would you believe, third on the all-time goal scoring list.
In the top 5 leagues?
In the top 5 leagues, you're spot on there, Mikey. Well done for helping me out.
The 2024-25 version of Robert Lewandowski isn't normal. It might come as a surprise to the world how well Lewandowski has been playing, but to his coach Hansi Flick, it's normal. Why? It's because of a secret both Hansi Flick and Lewandowski share that's turned this 36-year-old veteran into a beast again. After the 2023-24 season, Lewandowski looked done.
Given away cheaply, Lewandowski should be two. Gundogan.
He was missing chances like this. He usually scored almost every week. He finished the 2023-24 season with 26 goals in all competitions. And while this might sound decent, well, it isn't. See, this was Lewandowski's lowest return in a season since the 2014-15 season. That's over 10 years ago. 19 league goals too. You get the idea by now, he had a drop-off. We're only just a few games into the season, and right now, he's a different animal.
For delivery at will, Raphinha bending it in, and Mr. Golski. Field, Raphinha can go it alone. So simple. To be opened up again here, Lewandowski is on a hat-trick.
A hat-trick versus Alaves. He's already into double digits in league goals this season, and he's been so good he's scoring against anyone, including his former team. Lewandowski's back. The question is though, did he ever leave? What the heck happened to him? And how's he playing differently? Well, it all starts with this guy. Robert Lewandowski and Hansi Flick go back, and share a special bond too. In the 2019-20 season, Robert Lewandowski wasn't just the best striker in the world, he was the best player on the planet. 55 goals and 10 assists in 47 games that season. And the only reason he didn't win the Ballon d'Or was because it somehow got cancelled that year. The point is, in Lewandowski's best career form, Hansi Flick was the head coach, and it was under this guy that Lewandowski hit top gear. Flick gave Lewandowski the freedom to become more than a striker at Bayern. Dropping deep to link play, taking up free positions across the pitch, building his fitness levels and improving his finishing, Lewandowski became a beast. But then Flick left, Lewandowski left, and under Xavi, and in fact it seemed like Barcelona had already taken a proactive decision, because in the January transfer window of 2024, it seemed like they'd already found the Lewandowski replacement to start grooming. Vitor Roque joined the club, and the hype around the kid was that in a couple of years he could become the next big thing at the club. But with the form Lewandowski was in at the time, a couple of years could have turned into a couple of weeks if Roque was good enough. So how's Lewandowski different now? Well, for starters, he's not the same guy. At 36, Lewandowski isn't getting any younger. He's like an oldie in the Barcelona dressing room. But yet, as he said in the interview, his role has changed. Lewandowski now knows there's added responsibility on him not just to score goals, but also to lead the next generation of Barcelona talent, something Hansi Flick believes he can do. Still though, being Barcelona's main man, the talk around him will centre on the goals, and in this aspect, the man is flying. His goal contribution ratio of 1.57 per 90 ranks him in the 99th percentile for goals scored in La Liga. He's got an XG of 1.13 goals per 90. The numbers aren't lying. And the best part is, it gets even better. Looking at this graph here, at this point in the season, it's showing that Lewandowski's current form is only bettered by the start he had to the 2020-21 season, his last one in Germany. 1.34 goal contributions are honestly insane. Lewandowski's enjoying his football. It's safe to say Lewandowski, like the rest of his teammates, has been enjoying the services of Lamine Yamal this season. And it's how Lewy has linked up with the forward line that's been so impressive to watch. Hansi Flick's setup offers Lewandowski more freedom because of how dynamic Barcelona is. The front line can interchange positions or become narrow to link up play, and they're finding each other so easily like it's a clockwork routine. No wonder Lewandowski's always shining. With balls like that, he's guaranteed to score goals. See guys, Robert Lewandowski has also become very clever with the positions he takes up and his team play.
Raphinha running through, and he's able to get there, and he's able to...
Cabrassi gets the assist, Raphinha gets the goal for this one, but it was Lewandowski's movement to drop off and allow Raphinha to run into that space that started it. He even signaled with his hand for Raphinha to move into the area and space he just left. Lewandowski is more than just a goal scorer now, he's a complete attacker. You know, it sounds odd saying this, considering that Lewandowski is having to compete in a league with this guy around now. Kylian Mbappé, Real Madrid's summer mega signing, and the guy everyone expected will blow La Liga away. Well, right now it's Lewandowski doing the damage, and it gets even better when you realise that taking his numbers to the rest of Europe, this 36-year-old veteran still ranks up. Compared to Erling Haaland, Lewandowski has more goals than the Norwegian superstar in league competitions, and more assists too. Haaland's goal contributions of 1.25 per 90 is lower than Lewandowski's 1.34. From a numbers perspective, he's flying, passes a stat test, and on the eye test, he's equally been as impressive. Lewandowski covers a lot of ground for Barcelona this season, and for his age that's saying something. From tracking back to pressing, being the end of team moves, it takes a lot of movement and stamina to keep up. And yet, Lewandowski looks like he can match the pace at any time. Everything you give him, he scores. What Lamine Yamal said a few weeks back in an exclusive interview is the truth, no lies detected. His teammates are benefiting from his rediscovered form, and the man himself, he's just as hungry to prove it even further.
I can be proud of myself. Of course, still I have this fire inside that I want more, even that I'm going to be soon 36, but still I'm feeling like few years for sure younger than I am.
I mean, the way he talks about the game like he's a pro who's just starting is honestly impressive. He's still got that same fire and hunger to succeed. And he's also out to prove his critics, who came at him last season, that he's very much capable of continuing to perform at the highest level in the near future. They don't make them like Lewandowski anymore. And speaking of making stuff, Football Historia is cooking a lot of quality videos like this, and the only thing you've got to do is hit that subscribe button to the channel. It might be too early to judge, but so far, Lewandowski's partnership with Raphinha and Lamine Yamal up top kind of reminds us of something. It's like the MSN, except it's 7 years into the future. Lewandowski opens up a bit about his relationship with Raphinha and Lamine Yamal on the pitch, and the connection between the three of them is undeniable. The link-up play is something beautiful to watch. Raphinha is the guy who never stops running, Lamine Yamal is the clever dribbler with the ball at his feet, and Lewandowski's intelligent runs and interplay combine to make a deadly front three in the game at the moment. In fact, they're the most informed trio in world football. See guys, after what happened to him last season, a lot of people would have sailed ship and said goodbye, because the truth is, Lewandowski playing for Barcelona is a decision he took out of his love for the club, more than anything else. A lot went down between Lewandowski and Barcelona in getting the Polish striker to join the club, and when the economic crisis hit hard, Lewandowski was even reported to have offered to low. Incredible start to the season is actually normal. It's just what he does. Lewandowski has always had good starts to seasons, but it's how he maintains them that matters. And in this regard, you can expect him to do well because the club is out to help him. With Hansi Flick's appointment, this guy also came in. Julio Tuz, a fitness instructor, and he's just as important to Lewandowski's impressive displays to the team as anyone else has been this season. Lewandowski, like the rest of the team, looks fitter. Last season, Barcelona had a general problem when it came to conceding goals. After the 75th minute mark, they kind of switched off and players became tired. This season, however, everyone looks a lot sharper and ready to go. Lewandowski had benefited from Tuz in the past. In that incredible season at Bayern, he transformed himself into a fit machine, banging goals from all angles. Add this to his wife Anna Lewandowski, who's also a fitness instructor, and it's simple. A happy Lewandowski means a fit Lewandowski, and a fit Lewandowski, in turn, translates into a problem for the rest of Europe. It really is, because this season, Lewandowski is all out to break records. This brace against Sevilla had him at 366 goals in the top European leagues, And for context, it meant that he's now just behind Cristiano Ronaldo at 495 goals and Lionel Messi at 496. When you realise that the two guys ahead of him aren't in Europe anymore, his longevity becomes insane. Lewandowski looks fitter and sharper, and he's picking up dangerous positions in games. And it didn't get any better than his new teammates' demolishing of his old teammates.
Lewy, willkommen.
Lewy, willkommen.
Hier, schaut Jamal, ey. Osterhase, mach mal deinen Hut runter.
Ja, und jetzt. Hi.
I can't even lie, I laughed hard when Thomas Müller dropped this one, just like the rest of the world did. Everyone thought it was going to be business as usual for Bayern coming to the new camp and doing their business over Lewy and his teammates. This time though, Thomas Müller and Bayern were in for a surprise. Raphinha got the hat-trick and most of the talking points, but as we touched on earlier, they won 4-1, and Barcelona's other goal scorer on the night was Lewandowski. In the same game, he could have also added a second late on. Drop this one to highlight his movement. Lewandowski has been excellent so far in the 2024-25 season. And now guys, it's time to reveal the secret Lewandowski and Flick have that's turned the Polish striker into a beast again. See, some players just need a manager who trusts them, believes in what they do. And to Lewandowski, Hansi Flick is that guy.
Das natürlich, ich sag mal, vorm Tor eher enorme Gefahr ausstrahlt. Das ist nicht nur seit dieser Saison bekannt, also er ist einfach für mich der weltbeste Mittelstürmer und deswegen bin ich einfach mal gespannt, wie es jetzt auch weitergeht und hoffe natürlich, dass er auch im Spiel gegen Paris trifft.
He's believed in him ever since the Bayern days, and now at Barcelona, Flick is using the same method to get the best out of Lewandowski. The secret is the team. Robert Lewandowski isn't the type of player who's going to take the ball from his half, dribble the length of the pitch and score. No. Instead, he's the type of guy who relies on his clever runs and positioning to find space in the opposition half and get his chances away. He knows this. Hansi Flick knows this. And that's why Flick knows to get the best out of Lewandowski. He has got to get the team to perform. Lewandowski came under heavy criticism last season because the team wasn't doing enough in terms of scoring goals. Even with that, he was still the club's top scorer in all competitions with 26. The point is, Barcelona under Xavi relied a lot on Lewandowski for the goals, and the opposition knew this too. They became so predictable that everyone knew what they were going to do when it came to scoring goals. Try to find Lewandowski. In turn, it became a lot easier to cancel Lewandowski from a game, and like that, the Polish striker dropped. Lewandowski became a frustrated figure in matches, and this is what led to the news of him potentially leaving the club in the summer. Raphinha's hat-trick against Bayern Munich was his second of the season already. The Brazilian is scoring goals, and Lamine Yamal can score goals too, as we've seen. From the midfield, players like Dani Olmo also chip in their fair share of goals too. Barcelona now has players across the pitch who can add to the goal count and take the pressure off Lewandowski. The team is playing better, they're creating more chances and feeding off of that. Lewandowski is bound to score goals. It isn't rocket science, it's just that easy. He's now a leader in Barcelona's dressing room, still captain of Poland, and even though there's still a long way to go in the season, Lewandowski has already shown so far what he's capable of. In the same league, everyone expected Kylian Mbappé to be leading the goal-scoring charts. Lewandowski's showing who is boss, and based on his current form, he isn't stopping anytime soon. One of Lewandowski's current teammates has also been a very interesting figure this season, and that's Dani Olmo. Barcelona's major signing this summer, and there's a secret behind his game that's going to make him an asset for this Barcelona team. Click the next video to find out.